Everyone, we are here at the Robb's MetalWorks studio, continuing our work to support the best that San Antonio has to offer. The band called Wings of ABADDON is here tonight. We're glad to welcome the man, Bryan Eckermann, and vocalist Kobey Lange to the show. Gentlemen, it's great to finally have Wings of ABADDON here. Welcome, Kobey, to the program.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Welcome back, Bryan Eckermann.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You know, it took me, and I'll be the first to admit, it took me a little while to come on to Wings of ABADDON. You know, we get inundated here at the program with lots of regional music. So let's talk a little bit about Wings of ABADDON. Talk about the early beginnings of the band.
Well, it all started 2009. Actually, this month is our 7-year anniversary as a band. And it all started from the ashes of an older band. When I met Bryan, 5 years before 2009, I joined Blessed Agony, which he had going at that time. And once I joined the band, I mean, me and him clicked like right away. He was like, oh, fuck yeah, I can finally stop singing and focus on my guitar work. So once I picked up the mic, we really clicked. And since that day, we've kind of always wrote music together. Or he would write music and I would spit lyrics to it. Yeah. So when Blessed Agony finally, kicked the pot, we started Wings of ABADDON. And the whole point of Wings was to step away from the super blasphemous that Blessed Agony was, because Blessed Agony was everything that was evil, twisted, wrong, hateful. And Wings is the one thing where we could talk about anything. I mean, we got songs written about my mother passing, but it's metal as fuck. We got songs written about different members of our family and real personal things, but it's metal as fuck. And that's the whole point of Wings. We always wanted to stay true to our death metal core, while adding that melodic feel that not a lot of death metal bands have. You know, a lot of death metal bands go 100 miles a minute. We do go 100 miles a minute, but then we do like to slow it down, give you a groove, and make you bang your head and sling your beer. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's one of the things that I kind of love about the band. You know, I was privy to one of your shows a few weeks back. I was there at the local Disturbance show, and I saw you guys playing there. Man, what a tremendous show. And definitely providing, your own groove to the event. You know, I don't think anybody out there quite had the vibe that you guys were delivering. So again, kind of just to get a little bit more detailed, you talked about the blasphemous, brutality of Blessed Agony. But what if someone came up to you and said, "What is Wings of ABADDON, man? Talk to me about Wings of ABADDON." How would you kind of best describe that?
For me, lyrically, it's a little more harder to explain since he writes all the lyrics. But I know the difference to me between Blessed Agony and Wings is we are way more thought out, precise, melodic, and a little more epic when it comes to the music writing, and we bent a little more on stage performance as well. Yeah. So over the years, I mean, we've just been refining it and refining it. We've been trying to add a little more brutality recently, because a lot of bands nowadays are just tearing it up. Yeah. So the genre itself is hard to keep up in. Yeah. But lyrically, this guy's going to be the guy that'll tell you more about what the lyrics entail,
Let's talk a little bit about that, because you're right. I mean, we live in such a great city where heavy music is so vital to the music community. And in the 7 years that you guys have been around, I know that you guys have built quite a following. People come out to see Wings of ABADDON, and undoubtedly, Kobey, I mean, you were going all out, man. I got some great photos of you and really kind of putting yourself all out there. How do you kind of feel that the build-up or the career of Wings of ABADDON has kind of progressed over the past 7 years? Are you happy with what you've seen? Because there are a lot of bands out there, and a lot of bands, unfortunately, many of them don't get recognized. They don't prosper. They don't continue to grow. That doesn't seem to be the case with Wings of ABADDON.
No, it's honestly not. And the funny thing is with our music, as every album comes out, our first two albums, Sound the Horns and Offering a Locust. Sound the Horns was our first album that we made. It was the first spawn of our music that we created. And it was just more about being aggressive. The songs were just about anything that you can think of. It wasn't until we did Offering a Locust when we really started trying to like have a concept for every album.
Yeah.
And Offering a Locust is, at the time when I wrote it, it was, lyrically, it's the epitome of what was going on in our nation and in our news, on our politics, religion, you name it. And it really focused heavily on what was going on in the world. And that's kind of what built the new album, Built to Collapse, is about. Built to Collapse is a little bit more about just how pissed off and just disgusted I am with how people are nowadays, whether it comes to race, religion, bigoting others for no apparent reason at all, just because you have a difference. Yeah. Those are the things that really irk me, and that's what I think Built to Collapse is meant to encompass, was the fact that if we keep going down this road as a society, we're going to crumble. I mean, it's building to collapse,
It's going to happen. I'm one of those people, too. I kind of feel that. Yeah. And San Antonio, for some of you don't know what Kobey's talking about, this is the latest from Wings of ABADDON. It is called Built to Collapse. It's out there. You can pick it up at their shows. Really nice package, man. We'll get into that in a little bit. But also, where can they pick it up online?
Well, we have it on the Big Cartel site, so you just go to Big Cartel and type in our name. It'll be up there. We got T-shirts and our other older albums as well.
And, this was the CD that made me want to do this interview. This was the CD that said, I think Wings of Abaddon's ready for a little bit of highlight on Robb's MetalWorks. I want to talk about this music because, we hear a lot of music, and sometimes I hear stuff that the songs are good, but the production's horrible. And then vice versa, here's stuff produced really well, but the songs are bad. So, but, I love when I come across a band who's delivering both and then also delivering live. So let's talk about Built to Collapse. When did this CD come out? And where did you guys record it, things like that?
The CD came out December 18th last year, 2015. And for this one CD, the first two CDs we recorded at Dead Room Studios, but this one CD we decided to do ourselves. So I recorded it personally at my home studio, Bone Spill, and I did all the production myself, oversaw everything, and I made sure that everything was the way that we wanted it. Instead of having somebody else behind the controls and you're having to tell them, oh, I want this part this way, I want the guitars a little louder this way, vocals, it was a little bit easier to do it ourselves. So from now on, most likely in the future, Wings of Abaddon is always going to produce our own albums. It just is easier that way. Yeah. You can see your vision better than anybody else can see it. And as long as you have the tools to make it happen and it ain't sounding like crap, then it's the best way to go. Especially nowadays, and the cheapest.
And so, since the CD's been out, you guys have kind of been playing out. I hear about your shows here in town. Has there been any interest in the band, or have you guys gone outside of San Antonio to do shows, kind of spread the, going out there and getting in front of new fans outside of the Alamo City?
We have. We've played, several cities around Texas, killed it, in merch sales. So we know that we have a product that's at least worth giving an ear to. So that is why we would love to play more out-of-town shows. Hell, anybody hits us up, as long as it's within, the stars align and everything, we're going to make it happen. I mean, we would love to get out of San Antonio and take it even further than just our wonderful city. So.
And you guys, were telling me off camera that, the band is continuing to work hard. It seems like with every kind of effort, you guys are getting bigger and better at what you're doing. What lies ahead for now is we're kind of entering the fall of 2016. Are you guys still wanting to push Built to Collapse, or are you already kind of have eyes towards new music and the future?
Well, we're definitely going to keep pushing Built to Collapse. I mean, we just released a lyric video for Upon Seas of Sorrow, which everyone can check out on YouTube. We also have it posted on our fan page. But for us, I mean, we have our fourth album pretty much finished. Hell, I'll even give you the title of the album. Why not?
Oh, can you?
Yeah, why not? Yeah. It's,
oh shit! I'm gonna put that as the title of our video here. Wings of ABADDON announces the title of their 4th official release, and what is the title?
It's gonna be called the Exodus Chapter. Oh. And the point of that one is for us. Well, the word Exodus means a massive, like, you know, escape from everything, or in a sense, you know, it's just like a giant wave of leaving everything behind and going forward with your life, or whatever, you know. Even in the biblical word, it even means that. So for us, it was about almost escaping what we already were, but taking that and adding another magnitude to it to make it even more powerful, meaner, more in your face than it was before. So I'm excited personally for the 4th album, because I feel like, you know, well, the main difference too, what I must say, is Bryan's the main writing force behind our music. But,
musically, even, you're the man lyrically.
Yeah, yes, exactly. But with the Exodus Chapter, I actually sat with him with every lick that he wrote, and I helped him, you know, write drums, write guitars. So it was a good relief for him.
A first time for Wings that at least 2 members were always in the same room when songs were written. And for me and him being, you know, he's the main lyrics, I'm the main music, and the collaboration of him giving me riff ideas and us producing it together at the same time. You know, granted, it's taken a little longer. We've been working on it for quite a while, actually. But the end product is going to be superior to anything we've done before.
Wow,
totally.
Cool.
Even already in the early stages, the excitement we've been holding back, not telling anybody about, but it's there, and the music is amazing.
Well, I'm kind of happy, and I will share with the people out there. I'm going to get my little taste tonight, people. Bryan and Kobey brought me some tracks of the new Wings, and we will be listening to it this evening. So I'm excited too, man. I already want to finish this interview so I can jam my shit. So awesome. I mean, Bryan, I mean, now, I mean, because, you know, I've referred to you many times as the mastermind, and sometimes people who have a vision and who are very technical musicians, kind of, that might be sometimes, I don't want to say the power that they have to give up or the compromise that they have to submit to, but I think the relationship that you've had with Kobey, you know, growing up all these years, has kind of lent to the musical relationship, right?
Most definitely. Like, I want to say, of all the people that I've met in my life, that I feel most comfortable writing around Kobey more than anybody I've ever met. Like, he's guested on my last 2 original solo albums, not the covers one, but there's no better person that I would want even on my own stuff.
Yeah.
And when it comes to writing together, the ideas just bounce back and forth seamlessly. You know, there's never a time that we've got together where we're just sitting there like, oh, I don't have anything. So, nah, never. It's just a matter of, we both have our own lives and we both have our own jobs. So the time that we can spend together is more limited. So that's why the process is taking a little longer, because I would prefer working with him instead of not working with him.
So now that work has already kind of commenced on the new music, when would you anticipate, or when would you like the new CD to officially come out?
For us, probably sometime next year, 2017. Early, late, I don't know yet. But the big thing with the release of the new album, we definitely want to make sure that, you know, we get all our ducks in a row. You know, one thing that we definitely want to make sure with that is all new artwork, you know, all new everything. Even, you know, upping our stage presence a little bit with, you know, scrims or a new banner or whatever. But we definitely, we want to come out with the new record and be like Wings 2.0 in a sense. So that way people are like, holy shit, these guys just, you know, completely flipped the script on what they were normally doing. And that's where we are going as a band. I mean, we really want to shake the atmosphere of this city. Like I said it all the time at live shows, I hate it when people say the scene is dead, because then I want to be like, have you not heard our fucking band? Like, I don't care. I'm not tooting my own horn here, but damn it,
go ahead.
you know, damn it. I mean, we put a lot of hard work into it and put a lot of passion into it, and for anyone to say that it's dead when I'm trying to keep it living pisses me off, you know.
And we're playing to near-packed shows almost 90% of the time that we do play.
And at your packed shows, people are fucking headbanging. I was there.
They don't tend to.
I was headbanging. I was like, yeah.
Sadly, they don't tend to mosh as much, but our stuff is, I don't know.
Honestly, I think some of the people are just blown away. People are just like, holy shit, what is this? I'm watching like that. I kind of found myself like that too, just like watching you perform and watching the musicianship of the band and kind of checking everybody out, you know. I think it takes some people by surprise because, unfortunately, you know, you have to have some B-grade bands in the town to kind of celebrate the A-grade bands. And you guys are definitely an A-grade band. And I'm so happy because I always like to see bands progress. You know, I don't like to see bands do the same thing over and over again. And you guys are definitely on the fast track kind of coming up. And I'm so happy that you're on my radar now. And I'll continue to follow you. So, I mean, is there anything that we missed? Anything else that we want to talk about with Wings of ABADDON?
We got a new band in the works. I mean, it's not going to replace anything. I mean, Wings is still going to be Wings. Wings is its own entity now. Yeah. I mean, we can't let that die. But this other project that we got going, we're really excited about. I think people, when they hear it, they'll really get into it. It's just different. It's different from what most of the local bands are here in town, and we take the same, you know, musicianship to that as we do with everything else. So we're really picky on what we let slide with the recording, if you know what I mean. So
yeah, the epicness of this new project is, I mean, Wings is great and it has its own thing, but this is a whole different beast that's going to be coming out. And it is melodic, it is brutal, and most of all, it is just so epic. It sounds like the pinnacle of a movie at 90% of the music, you know? It's the highlight the entire time.
Wow. Cool. I definitely want to hear it, and I will be hearing it here shortly. So I'm super excited. Guys, thank you so much for coming over. I know it's been a long night. We've been talking about metal, listening to metal, drinking brewskis, and just conversing and having a great old time. I'm glad that we were able to capture some of it on camera for the people out there. I know you guys have your fans and people out there who don't know anything about Wings of ABADDON. I know for sure will go out there online and search you guys and learn more about the band. Thank you very much, Bryan.
Thank you, Robb.
Thank you very much, Kobey. Great to have you here at the MetalWorks. Remember, everyone out there, the band is called Wings of ABADDON. Go out there, look for them, download their music, and jam it. It definitely rocks. You saw the band right here on Robb's MetalWorks.